Yo, guys. This Cancer new moon has the emotions. We had literally the most stressful 3 days with a leaking tap that just got worse and worse. And none of the tenants could call my mom because for some reason they don't have her number. And because she's the landlord, I mean, they're paying rent to her. She's supposed to make sure that the property is, the maintenance is up to scratch. Anyway, it's been a stressful day. Let me just read some of the poetry I got from my encounter with her today, because she took the opportunity of the broken tap as her opportunity to barge in here and come and threaten me with insane asylums, accuse me of stuff. She's like, yeah, you're not a survivor. I literally insert the clip, okay? I hope you don't get too emotional when you feel my raw emotions. You know, my daughter was even saying, Mama, I can't, she overwhelms me. The other day, Zini, bring me some Vaseline. You see I'm doing this thirsty again. And water there on the windowsill, please. Okay. The other day, the last time she came here and was able to get in because I left the door open, because she doesn't knock. Okay? Like, she won't knock. She just feels like I don't deserve respect. And so my whole life she's trying to get people to turn against me, including my own siblings. Okay? So I would walk into a room and she'd be on a video call with one of my siblings, bad-mouthing me, literally. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to insert the clip, but let me just read the poetry that I got from this. Yeah, my daughter was saying, like, she overwhelms her. Literally, the last time my daughter interacted with her, my daughter was shaking. And all that she did was ask my daughter about homeschool. Why would you ask an 8-year-old about homeschooling? Like, she's asking her, did your mother register you for homeschooling, blah, blah, blah. All stuff that she knows costs a specific amount, and she's going out of her way to make sure that, you know, this one here mustn't have income, mustn't have nothing. So she's been going out of her way. She's done all the heinous things. Physically, spiritually, emotionally. She's been trying whatever she can to keep me down. And in this time that she's in her mind, thought she had me oppressed, I discovered how to carve slates. I've even been teaching myself how to hand sew clothing, because it got that bad that I didn't even have clothing. So I started hand sewing my own clothing. This is my latest piece that I'm almost done with. I'm just going to put in some lining, finish the edges. And this jacket, I made all by hand with no patterns. I literally copy other clothes that I have, and I do the things. Let me show you the pants. This is the trouser. I already wore it last week. I love the wide leg. Oh my soul. I have to get a pair of heels because this will look so good with heels, because it's literally going to cover the whole shoe, and then you all elevated. Stunning. I also activated my poetry gifts, accepted that I am a seer, and everything that I've been seeing all my life I need to pay attention to and not keep on ignoring and keep on getting into the same trauma cycles with my mother's spirit in different people. So my baby daddies all had that spirit of oppression in them. They want to abuse you, but you must love them. Love me, you bloody not loving me, why aren't you loving me? That's the attitude that I kept on attracting. That's why I've been celibate for all this time. I was celibate for 3 years, and then baby daddy came back and charmed me. He took me to Durban. When was it? In January. I got out of that love spell so quickly. By February I was like, don't touch me. Last night I set boundaries again. I said, please, you don't need to hug me. You can just come in and greet. Do you understand? Like, I don't feel comfortable when he comes near me. My stomach literally does this. I don't know if it's because of old pain that he's caused me, or because of stuff that he's currently doing behind the scenes, because I had some really gory dreams about him that I don't even want to talk. I can't even repeat it, the way it's so disgusting, what I saw him doing in his dreams, trying to hurt me. Okay, so I'm the kind of person, I'm very patient. I know Ouroboros, energy has to return upon itself, and the truth is immortal. You can try and hide the truth for hundreds of years. Somehow, I will be born, and then I will come and expose the truth. Let me read the poems that I got just from this energy. I ain't even popping my shit yet. I ain't even raised my whip yet. They've been trying to rig my equipment. These creeps ain't stopping my shipment. Like, I find it very weird that I've been here for 10 years. And with all of my debt, and I still have a policy, a retirement policy that I took out when I was working, that I still have, that's still valid, blah, blah, blah. Like, I've got stuff that companies could be keeping me up to date with via my mail. No mail. Since I came back here after leaving baby daddy number 2, it's been now, it's going on 9 years, né? That I've been back here. No mail. Isn't it weird that I go down the steps the one day when my mom was still living here and she's busy burning documents outside? Even the one day I was there downstairs and I saw this box of documents of people that I don't know. Like, and I respect privacy, so I didn't go to read the names, but I knew that that face I'd never seen on that ID copy. Do you understand? Why is people's ID copies in someone's house that's supposed to be like retired? Okay, so creepy stuff that I've been, but here's the thing, you can't. And if they're doing mail fraud on top of defamation of character, trying to frame me either with child services or like she threatened today, these were her words. Yeah, you're gonna see when that file comes, they're gonna cart you out here, you won't be able to say nothing. Okay, so she's trying to make this fake evidence that she's building or whoever she's bribing, she wants to make it so damning that they must arrive with straitjackets. You know, any person who's sane will arrive to my house and be like, oh my word, I want to stay here. Oh, it's so calm. Because that's what happens. Everybody that comes to my house, they just want to stay here. my little bachelor, my bachelorette pad, y'all, she literally came back to give me back energy that she stole because I had so much energy when she left here. I washed the bathroom windows. I started on the walls. I washed that sliding door window that I posted at least a week ago. I posted a post saying, can someone please come help me to wash my windows and my ceilings? So literally this whole week I've been wanting to wash the window, but somehow every day I don't have time. You know? I even washed that window, yeah. Like, don't play. I mopped here. I put the heater in the sink cupboard so that I could dry the cupboard because I asked the guy to fix the tap to just remove the cupboard. It's like rotten. Like, okay, according to my standards, it's rotten, but it's literally like it's swollen from the water leaking in. Right? So I had so much energy just from alchemy. Let me read another one. If you lie, you deserve to die. I see, I spy, too late to cry. Why you never asked why? And when I say, if you lie, you deserve to lie, I'm not talking about a white lie to like, in this moment, protect yourself from either drama or literally protect your life just with a white lie. I'm talking about people who blatantly go and lie on people. Like our baby daddy went to the superiors at my job when I decided to leave him and told him with tears in his eyes that I left him so that I could go and whore. And on top of it, he refused to support his child. So I had to make sure I go get a car and stuff. So now, by me leaving him, I had even more responsibilities. Do you understand? He didn't know how to manage assets. So very soon after I left him, he sold our bond house. Instead of selling the Golf 6, that's equivalent to the whole bond. 8,000 Rand he was paying on the Golf 6, while I was paying 4,000 Rand to the house's bond and he was paying 4,000 Rand to the house's bond. Okay, so when I tell you, my sister, make sure you get a man with assets. Make sure you get a man who has built his own assets, or if he's inherited them, he knows how to manage them. And when I say assets, I don't just mean material assets. I mean physically, you need to have assets. You need to have strong, broad shoulders. Because one thing we have to admit is all these men who have traumatized us were broke or ugly because they were unhealthy. Because ugliness and unhealthiness is one thing. There's no healthy person that's ugly. Not in spirit, not in flesh, nothing. Go check. Do you understand? Let me read the last one. My mama was a creepy lady. She just wanted to hurt the babies. Drove almost all the children crazy. Her moral compass was always hazy. She embodied what she was praising. Her reverence for the matrix was amazing. Enslaving her children, she was so lazy. Blade mask off. She was actually Patrick Swayze. Dancing circles around anyone who was willing to follow a false leader. And now they are all suffering because of her. Tell me again what you gonna do? You're gonna get them to take me to a madhouse because I'm not like you.
That children
What
will
you
go
gonna
to
do?
school. Those children are going to go to
My
school.
children are homeschooled. I will not poison my children the way you poisoned yours.
Look at
I'm
you.
a survivor.
You're not a survivor.
Yeah,
You're
I'm a
rotting
survivor.
away.
I'm
You're
not addicted.
survivor.
I'm not addicted to
You're a drug
antidepressants.
addict. You're a drug addict.
So what are you?
Obviously,
With your high
drug
blood?
addict. Look at
You're on
you,
high
drug
blood. What
addict.
are you?
You're the
Look
cause
at
of
you.
it.
You're the biggest drug addict. Look at you.
Yeah. You're the cause of
Look
it.
at me at 34. Look at you when you were 34, and then talk about it.
You look like nothing now. I was
Oh.
supposed to decent,
I look
strong
like
woman
nothing.
working.
Look at the six pack. She says I look like nothing with the six pack. 4 children with a six pack. You're joking. You can't. You can go lie to child services. You can lie. You die lying.
You screwed over all these children's fathers. It's okay.
Oh.
Your day is
Oh. So them not supporting their children as me hurting them. That's the kind of woman you are. No wonder you're stuck with George, with all of these people.
screwed over all of them. One by one.
So a child not being supported by the father, you'd rather support that. So now when you take Ike to court, I hope you must tell them that, I'm taking him to court because she robbed him. So now I'm gonna you can't ruin me, you're ruining yourselves. You're dying trying to ruin me. Oh, put a broken tail. If she respected this house, she wouldn't have do return jobs. She doesn't respect this house at all. Respect this house because your children built us. This whole building, we didn't have a childhood because we were building. You're slaves. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. You said children are born to be slaves. Yes, and you have children with 2 men. That makes you so much better. You have children with 2 men, so that makes you much better than me because I have children with 3 men. Okay. Okay, Patricia. Call the lawyers. Yeah, get the lawyers. You can't ruin me, weirdo. In that clip, you can just get a slight taste of what my life has been, When she couldn't attack our character, she would just say random things. So she would call us weird names, and my siblings don't need to vouch for me. If they're gonna give in to Stockholm Syndrome, that's their final destination. Do you understand? Me, I can speak up for myself and my siblings that she abused all of us, even the fair-skinned ones. You understand? And abuse can also be treating a fair-skinned sibling better than their dark-skinned siblings, because that's going to warp the mentality. Because that fair-skinned sibling, you know what she said when she came back to Joburg with her tail between her legs, because I don't know what happened in Cape Town. She said to me, the color of Jesus' skin doesn't matter because she's fair. She doesn't know how it feels to be crucified for being the true Jesus, for being Yahusha, a brown-skinned man. Skin color, they've been using it. Even my daughter, who's 8 years old, she says, Mama, they rage bait to try and get people to have racial hate. Even now, I saw something on YouTube now the other day of a melanin boy who died, and all of his friends were whites. Here's the thing, in that video that they're using as evidence, there's a white boy in the corner that looks like he's literally being sodomized while the picture was taken. That could be a CIA social experiment to see who's going to be focused, who's going to get rage baited, and who's going to notice the actual victim. Because even the mother of that melanated boy is standing next to a famous priest who we all know has been up to some F shit. So that alone tells me that that could be a staged crime or a fake story. Just, you get what I'm saying? So stay awake, okay? Stay awake. F being woke, wake the F up. I'm sharing my story for my own social experiment to see how many just folks are out here, how many empaths are still staying true to their nature. Do you understand? Because anyone just who has the resources will literally get so much joy out of helping me and my children. My 14-year-old shouldn't be plagued with the thoughts of what he would do if my karmic mother was able to successfully separate me from them. You know what he said? He said to me, Mama, if she manages to separate us from you, I'll just put up with her abuse for 4 years, and then when I'm 18, I'll go get a job, and as soon as I'm on my feet, I'll go fetch my siblings. Okay, when my children go sleep tonight, I am gonna cry, a serious cry, because how dare you put that on my 14-year-old son? You understand? Just her threats alone, even if she hasn't went to any authorities and she's just threatening us, that there is enough to hurt a child's psyche. When my daughter was 5 years old, she told my daughter she was slow. It took my daughter 2 years to break out of it and actually start reading, because then she felt like she couldn't read. So she would even be scared to read. And the one day I looked at my mother in my face and I said, my daughter's not slow. Stop telling her that she's slow. In front of her, and me standing up for my daughter, like clicked something in her that she can read. Tomorrow I'll post a video. She can read, she can count. She every day brings me new facts about stuff that's going on. She even enlightens me too. She literally, we were discussing why the children were bullying her, why I chose to homeschool her after 3 years of being bullying, was because the bullies saw her light and their spirit understands that that's true power. So the bully wants to oppress you before you wake up to your true power. Like, this one don't see how powerful they are, so let me just oppress them. That's an abusive parent. They're a bully. Don't give them power. Okay? So, to assist me legally, financially, or just to, give me and my babies a break, take us away for a weekend, send us away for a weekend, because I can't even fucking trust people these days. They'll come pretend to be helping and then try and kidnap me and my babies. And we're a dangerous bunch. A kidnapper will not survive. If you think I am too much, there's 4 mini-me's. They are 3 much. So once again, to support me legally, financially, or you can literally just commission my art, any of my beadwork, book a session with me. Here's the details over here. Okay? Until next time, stay strong and speak up for yourself. Okay? Self-defense is the greatest act of self-love. Okay? Other than like self-care, like taking baths, that's also really powerful.